Alright. This is Black Panther versus Batman. Death battle. Going into this video, who do y'all got?
These fearsome beasts strike fear into the hearts.
Honestly, I'm a Batman fan, so I don't know how Batman doesn't
These two
win
superheroes
this.
embody the fear of specific predators to an extreme.
But I really don't know about Black Panther like that myself.
Crime fighter from DC Comics.
And Black Panther, Marvel's royal warrior scientist.
He's whizzing
When they do these death battles, they don't really give Batman like prep time
and
for
skills
them.
to find out who would win a death battle.
Let's see what they do.
Before he was the Black Panther, before he was a king, T'Challa was born the Prince of Wakanda.
Waka, where now?
Wakanda is an isolated fictional nation hidden somewhere in Africa. But while Wakanda itself is shrouded in secrecy, T'Challa was anything but isolated.
He's been pretty much everywhere, but especially anywhere with a good university.
After earning numerous degrees from Harvard, Oxford, Berkeley, and MIT, T'Challa came home.
6
His
feet tall,
father,
200
Wakanda's
pounds.
king and then current Black Panther,
That's
had
average.
been assassinated, and a new ruler needed to be named.
But to claim the throne, he'd have to claw his way through the rite of passage.
This would be a test of fortitude, designed to stress T'Challa's bravery, fearlessness, and combat prowess.
Also known as beating the crap out of 6 super deadly fighters. But hey, T'Challa wasn't just a nerdy brainiac, he could fight too, and he passed with flying colors.
Earning the throne and the blessings of Wakanda's guardian deity, Bast, the Panther.
Yeah, he
God.
might be a
But he
little
had
bit
to
more
name some
agile than Batman,
superpowers
but
first, so he went through the ritual of the
I don't know if he got like the
This
fighting.
herb connected T'Challa to the Panther God, and that
Expertise
link
to
bestowed
beat
him
Batman.
numerous superhuman abilities.
Who knew getting high could turn you into a superhero?
T'Challa's new powers included superhuman speed, strength, healing, and agility. His senses also dramatically increased in acuity. Not only can he see in the dark, but his superior vision can even make out infrared and ultraviolet light.
So like the powers of a cat?
Yes and no. While cats do have exceptional eyesight, they cannot see infrared or UV light, though it is a common misconception that they can.
Well, just like a cat, he can always land on his feet thanks to his other super senses.
Specifically, his vastly improved kinesthetic sense.
Which is, definitely a sense for something.
Kinesthetic senses make up a person's awareness of their own movement, like muscle memory, but in a broader scope.
Oh, like how we can walk up steps without looking at them.
Yes.
Or when I shoot
That
my
makes sense,
shotgun
man.
with my eyes closed.
No.
So Black Panther's super sense lets him move and act without having to think about it too much. He can jump across tree branches and ledges without even looking. Hey Wiz, how do I become king of Wakanda? Those powers sound cool as hell.
I don't know, Boomstick. Everyone knows you're terrible at keeping secrets, and Wakanda houses one of the biggest secrets in comic book history.
You talking about how Black Panther married Storm from the X-Men?
I'm talking about Wakanda's enormous
Oh, yeah, I
reserves
did hear
of
about that.
vibranium.
Oh yeah, that's the stuff Captain America's indestructible shield is made of.
That's right. 10,000 years ago, a large meteorite of vibranium crashed in Wakanda.
And they hoarded it all to themselves. And I don't blame them.
Vibranium is an extremely durable metal which can absorb audio and kinetic
So
energy.
this is how it
A
links
single
into
gram sells
like the
for
whole series as a
10,000
whole.
US dollars, and Wakanda's vibranium mound is estimated to be 10,000 tons. That's over $9 billion.
They're rich, super rich. With all that wealth, Wakanda became a techno marvel decades ahead of the rest of the world. They were exploring outer space years before the US and Russia even tried.
So why is this important? Well, as King of Wakanda, T'Challa has unlimited access to all of his country's resources.
That suit of his doesn't just look cool, it's made of vibranium.
The Panther habit is coated in a vibranium microwave mesh. This doesn't just block incoming attacks, it can literally rob them of their momentum. For example, bullets
crazy.
don't bounce off.
So,
they stop dead
Captain
and
America's
fall
shield
straight down.
is basically
Their kinetic energy
Black
absorbed
Panther's suit.
into the suit.
Even the shells from a helicopter mounted
Like he's
minigun
wearing that
can't
shield.
even phase him.
He carries energy daggers, a shield of hardened light, a teleportation device, and claws.
Which are
So
made
how
of a
would you
special
harm a
Antarctic
person like that?
version of vibranium called antimetal. Guess why it's called that? Because it can melt other metals. What can't this suit do?
Well, the vibranium weave does have a limit to how much energy it can absorb all
Oh.
at once. If it takes in too much, it could wind up expelling said energy in a, well, destructive fashion.
Oh, God!
But this is a death battle,
but
so
don't worry,
he's gonna be
fine,
focused directly
somehow.
on Batman.
Under
So.
T'Challa's leadership, Wakanda has warded off many would-be invaders. Even with Dr. Doom, Namor, and Ulysses Claw charging in, Wakanda was never truly conquered.
They even stopped an alien invasion, and hey, nobody's ever ready for one of those.
In addition, T'Challa has studied every major martial art, of which there are about 160. He's considered one of the finest
I need to start
hand-to-hand
watching these
fighters in
movies
the
more.
world.
He's beat
Now that I
the
think
shit
about
out of
it,
Captain
DC and
America,
Marvel.
Iron Man, and Daredevil. Hell, he once knocked out Karnak, who's also one of the world's finest martial artists, with just one hit.
He is incredibly strong and can jump well over 30 feet.
He can even throw spears through stone
They come
walls.
done with the calculations
Typically
and
for
stuff.
construction like this, a substantially hard stone would be used, such as granite. With this in mind, T'Challa must have thrown the spear hard enough to hit the wall with a force of over 20,000 pounds
See?
per square inch.
But you
Yeah,
just
the guy
predict
is
what
literally
Death Battle
strong
be
enough
talking
to
about
punch your
nowadays.
jaw off.
He can outrun traffic and
Like,
is
they
said
always
to be
pull up the
faster than a
statistics
Panther,
towards
which can run around 50
and like
miles per hour.
a
He's quick
characterization.
enough to pull a fast one on Wolverine.
Whoa, hold on. Did he just take out 5 X-Men by throwing another X-Man at him?
Yes, he
The
did.
eighth smartest
However,
human
under
alive.
that amazing suit, he is still human. Even with the Panther God's power, he's still prone to failure. This has even caused him to relinquish those powers in the past. And like with kinetic energy, the suit can only take so many intensely focused sound blasts before overloading.
Still, the Black Panther is badass. He's got the tech, the skills, and the country to prove it.
Claw, do you have any children?
No.
Good, because I would have to kill them too.
God.
Throughout the underworld of Gotham City, one name strikes fear into the hearts of even the most hardened of criminals.
The goddamn Batman!
Batman.
In his first battle to the death.
Pretty much, though don't mistake his intentions. Vengeance may sound
Yeah, they
dramatic
never
and
really
all,
give
but in
him
truth,
prep time
Batman
for real.
fights crime in an attempt to save others from suffering the same kind of tragedy he experienced as a child.
How noble. And ironic, considering he was taught to be a badass by a group called the League of Assassins.
Well, he dresses like a bat, sleeps with a cat burglar, and constantly brings children into battle. So he's clearly got a few complicated issues.
But let's see what he can really do. Bats
Yeah, I'm
is
not gonna
really,
lie, Batman
really
is a
smart
terrible
and
parent.
considered one of the best tacticians on Earth. No wonder he's always welcome at the Justice League, even though he doesn't have any superpowers at all.
Wait, you're not just some guy in a bat costume, are you?
Yep.
Sure, he's intelligent, but he's also incredibly deadly.
He was trained to be a ninja who's a master of infiltration and silent takedown, so sounds about right.
Bruce has studied every martial art known to man. After perfecting full body control at the age of 18, he was able to quickly learn and master at least 127 of them, including Taekwondo, Muay Thai, Judo, and boxing.
It's not every day you can find someone who can literally take you down in 127 different ways.
He's also touted as the world's greatest detective, and with good reason.
He's like Sherlock Holmes on steroids. He once figured out that an opponent didn't have a tongue just by the way their jaw bounced off his knuckles. There's being a detective, and then there's being Batman.
And all that's before his handy-dandy utility belt, filled
Like,
to the
Batman's
brim
just
with all
smart
sorts
as
of
hell.
useful gadgets and gizmos.
A lot of which are thanks to his family business,
Like,
Wayne
they said
Enterprises. From
Black
steel
Panther is
mills
like
to
the
airlines
eighth
to
smartest
record
person on the
labels,
planet.
This company does it all.
Batman
And that
gotta
means
be
Batman
top
has
3.
it all too.
According to Forbes, Wayne's net worth thanks to his company adds up to $9.2 billion US.
With that much cash, he can afford any kind of weapon he wants. Grappling hooks, smoke pellets, cryo and thermite grenades, and of course, the batarangs.
Originally designed
I was
as
gonna
a
say, he need to
boomerang
have
weapon,
some
Wayne
batarangs
eventually
made out of
rolled his
vibranium.
batarangs into custom shurikens, some of which are outfitted with electric shocks, flash bulbs, and explosives.
And last but not least, don't forget his bat suit. It can resist fire, electricity, and bladed attacks, and is almost totally bulletproof thanks to a Kevlar vest sewn into it.
Plus, his cowl sports night infrared and UV vision.
But Bats is more than just a tech wizard. This guy bench presses 1,000 pounds in his everyday
He's
workout.
physically strong,
1,000 pounds! And I thought this guy didn't have any superpowers.
He doesn't. The current bench press world record is actually slightly higher at 1,075 pounds, solidly placing Wayne at peak human levels. This idea generally applies to him in pretty much every area. physically and mentally. He's strong enough to break through walls, rip apart car parts, and pull out prison bars. He is quick enough to avoid gunfire and even Darkseid's nearly unavoidable Omega beams. In his strongest suits, he's even tough enough to take a hit from Superman.
Yeah, if Brucey ever enters the Olympics, everyone else might as well rage quit. Same difference, really.
Yeah, so
That's
he's
not
not a
to say he's
superhero.
invincible.
I mean, he don't got
True.
superpowers,
Whenever
but
the
he is a
Justice League gets in
superhuman.
a fight with some big bads, he usually has to keep his distance.
He's also somewhat mentally unstable and prone to lashing out. However, he knows this. It's one of the main reasons why he refuses to carry firearms.
That's a bummer. Those are my favorite types of arms. Maybe they'll help him next time Bane
Wow.
tries to break his back.
But of all his traits, Bruce Wayne's strongest attribute is his sheer unstoppable tenacity. Even after being drugged by the Joker after days without sleep, put in a straitjacket, locked in a coffin, and buried alive 6 feet underground, he refused to die.
It takes a lot, a lot, to take down the Batman.
I'm Batman.
I'm Batman.
Like, come on now, y'all can't tell me this not one of the most goated
All right, the
superheroes.
combatants are set.
All right, predictions. Leave them down below in the comment section. Who do y'all got winning this fight before this fight starts? Bro, what is Batman listening to?
To challenge a king is to face the might of his people.
I'll give them something to fear.
Okay, we got a little pixelated fight. Black Panther starting it off. He made the first connection. Black Man throwing in a little combo. Taking all of that. God. Hit him with the, what is it called? I forgot that move that Rock Lee used. Cracked him. Ooh. God. Don't tell me a lion finna try and take him down.
Caught you!
I would say they finna fight the lions together or something. This man really gotta fight a lion, bro. Are you kidding me?
Witness the power of a king.
That man just threw a rhino up in the air for no reason.
Prepare yourself.
Are they underground?
I'm prepared for anything.
This is Batman City now.
Playtime is over.
Yep, crap.
Amateur.
Try again. Did you think you were safe?
You think it was said.
The strong
God.
the weak. That is the law of nature.
Yeah, it looked like Batman is done. Oh my goodness, bro. He can never win. And he got ate by a killer whale.
And my rule is law. KO.
This man Batman
That's a
can
new
never
one.
win.
Black Panther and Batman were pretty evenly matched. Both were super geniuses and expert combatants.
Well, BP was stronger and faster thanks to that
Yeah,
super
Black
human
Panther
herb.
was agile,
It
though.
definitely helped, but alone was not enough to beat the Bat. Batman has won dozens of duels against people with similar or even better abilities.
As far as skills were concerned, neither held a distinct advantage. However, that was not the case when it came to their weapons and armor.
Long story short, that vibranium got Batman stumped. He just didn't have anything in that belt of
But
his that
I
could get
believe
around
Batman
it.
should
We
know
scoured
about
the comics,
vibranium.
movies, TV shows, and more to see if Batman had any possible way of countering the vibranium. While he's used hundreds of clever gadgets over the years, we were actually very surprised to find that he had no reliable method of getting around armor like that.
Take a look
Yeah,
at
that's
Batman's
crazy, and he
fights with
wears
Bane.
that
He doesn't have armor,
on his
but
whole
he's
body.
physically superior to Bats, just like Black Panther is. And what does Batty always do to beat him? Aim for the weak spot. But guess what? Black Panther doesn't have a weak spot.
It's certainly believable that Wayne had the ability to develop a gun that could overload the Panther habit. But even if he could, he never would wield it in the first place thanks to his rejection of all firearms.
And
No, but
while
I'm
this
saying you
suit
can put that
stop
into
few
a
knives
battering
and
ram,
bullets,
though.
It didn't stand a chance against Black Panther's anti-metal claws.
But it's
In the
whatever, though.
end,
This was a
Bruce
W
just
fight anyway.
waned In comparison to T'Challa.
Took
The
Batman
winner is
head off
Black
his
Panther.
shoulders, bro.